Hello everyone, my name is Brian, and today I'll be teaching you on how to create and solve math questions on Python. So once you have downloaded Python and opened it, the first thing that you will need to do is to create a code that would allow the user to input a message. If you haven't watched last video, I'll put a card up on the top corner of your screen where you can watch the video and refresh your memory on how to create a code for inputting a value. But if you already have knowledge on how to perform this task, then let's get started. So let's create a code that would add two numbers together and then multiply the same two numbers as well. So the first thing that we will need to do is assign variable names to the two numbers that you would use. If you have forgotten what a variable name is, it is basically a way to assign a code to it. This consists of uppercase and lowercase letters. It can obtain an underscore and numbers can be used. So let's call the first variable name num1. After that, put an equal sign. Next, we need to use a special function that will help Python to identify which type of code that we are trying to run. These are int for numbers, str for string, which is a group of letters and numbers, and the final one is float. Float is used for decimal numbers. Because we are dealing with whole numbers, we would use the int command. So we would put int, then followed by an open bracket, and after that we'll then put the command input, and then another open bracket, followed by two speech marks. Then the speech marks, we would type a message that we will want to be displayed on Python. So let's put enter a number, and then put a colon after it. And finally, after the second speech mark, use two closing brackets. So essentially, what this specific piece of code does is ask the user to enter any whole number, and that's it. Now we will do the same thing but on the next line for the user to input their second number. Everything is basically the same, except for the variable name, which we would change to num2, as variable names can't be the same, as Python will be confused on which one to run. Once you're done, now we need to put these two codes into action. If you remember, our first objective was to add two numbers together. So to do that, what we need to use is the print command. If you remember from last video, print is used to display a message without the use of an input function. So we will type print, followed by two brackets. Now we will then put both of our variable names within the bracket, so num1 and num2, and then we will put the add sign in between. And that's it. This is quite self-explanatory, but it basically adds values from num1 and num2 together. Now for our second objective, what we need to do is multiply. Now there isn't a multiplication symbol on the keyboard, so Python uses the asterisk symbol instead. So we will do the same thing as the previous code and apply it to this code. So print, followed by two brackets, then our two variable names, num1 and num2. And instead of using the add symbol, we'll then use asterisk instead. So in between num1 and num2, put the asterisk symbol. And that's it. Now for the moment of truth. If you have properly written the code and have checked it over and over, move your mouse to the top of the screen, then click File, and then Save As, and then save it as an appropriate name so that it'll be easier to remember. So let's just say add and multiply. Next, click Save. Once you've clicked Save, then click Run. Then click Run Module. As you can see, the first code prompts me to enter a number, so let's just put 4. And then the next code prompts me to enter another number. Let's put 5. So then we hit enter, and as you can see, 4 plus 5 equals 9, and 4 times 5 equals 20. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions regarding the topic that I've just covered today, then don't hesitate to type in the comments, and I'll respond to you as soon as possible. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the video with your friends. And I'll see you next time. Bye.